Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition, Yuengling Oktoberfest Revisited. Well, it's been 8 years since I reviewed this beer, and I thought it was a lot less than that. I did a duo review like 5 years ago, but 8 years since I've done a solo. 7 years, sorry. 7 years since I did a review, and the first review I ever did was 8 years. Anyway, it's got a good date. Of course, it's seasonal, classic Meriton style, brewed in Fort Worth, Texas, under the supervision of Yuengling and Sons. Oh, we're starting to get those now. So Fort Worth, Texas is Miller Brewing. And that's right. They made a contract with Molson Coors to do overflow brewing at the Miller Brewery in Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, so a lot of the Yuengling beers we get now, I guess, is from there. They need to do Lord Chesterfield there and send it to us. So we would get a pretty, if it was a narrow brim glass, it would be a very thick ivory head or eggshell colored head. And it's a clear copper appearance. I got the 6-pack for $9.99 at a local store. Hallertau and Tettnang are the hops. They don't talk about the malts. Probably some pale and chocolate malt blend. Did no corn or rice, to my knowledge, so they're appearing to follow the German Reinheitsgebot. All right. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery since 1829, but the Fort Worth, Texas brewery is from 1966, I think. All right, smells bready. Beer Advocate, Untapped, they're saying it's okay. They're giving it like a C, like it's okay. And I just did the Sierra Nevada 2025 Oktoberfest, a fest beer, but it was kind of amber, a little darker than you would think. It wasn't yellow fizzy stuff, it was amber fizzy stuff. All right, taste, cheers. Get that brown bread crust. Now I have to put it in my left hand for you to see the label, Heineken, the Guinness label. Body's medium, finishes crisp. It's not just okay like a C. Has a lot of good flavors. I'm thinking the bitterness units are probably pretty low, say around 13. I'm thinking so let's say 1.5 out of 5 hop cones, maybe 2, that's pushing it. 2.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. It's not particularly sweet, has some sweetness to it. I like this one because it's actually not as sweet as some of these Meritons, which can almost be like a syrupy quality. So if you want a dry Meriton, drier than less sweet than Paulaner Oktoberfest Meriton. They also make a fest beer, which is hard to find in Louisiana. Or Spaten. Theirs can be a little syrupy, but those are great beers. Don't take me the wrong way. I have to check out St. Arnold, their Meriton. I mean, there's so many, it's overwhelming. You can't really keep up. It's not like, pumpkin beers you can barely find these days. 10 years ago, they'd be flooding the shelves, and I guess people lost their taste for pumpkin beers, so they all disappeared. Nice embossed bottle. Most of the other ones are in cans, so this got a good appearance. I'm going to say it's an A like the rest. You see, what's the ABV again? They don't put it on their bottles, which is a irritation. Yeah. Oh, I guessed right. 14 IBUs is the official. I said 13. 5.5. Yeah, I thought it was something like that, about 5.5. Don't forget Samuel Adams Oktoberfest beer. That's a popular one every year. I don't think I'm going to revisit that this year because just so many I can't keep up. But I'd like to see Aldi come out with one. Trader Joe's will just sell branded October. They don't have their own anymore. I think they might have years ago. Could be wrong. Anyway, I'm going to go with an A. I think, say what you want, but I think Yuengling, and even though this is contract brewed under their supervision, it does seem like it's the same as years ago. And I might not have scored it as high years ago. So I think I'm liking this drier approach and less syrup, less gluten, barley syrup, and more dry overall beer presentation. So I think they nailed it. So les bon temps relais, I'm going to go with 9.3 out of 10. 9.3 out of 10, a most excellent Oktoberfest beer. My bottle coming from Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to one of the Yuengling breweries, Tampa, Florida, Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and take a brewery tour.